Good morning, fourth graders. Today in math, again, we are reviewing some of the most important skills that we learned so far this year. So pause the video before anything today, give these 2 pages a try, and then come on back to check your answers, or if there were any problems that you couldn't remember how to solve, come on back and we'll go over those together. I am going to go ahead and get started on question number 1, which is a review of some of the fraction skills that we were working on just recently. We are subtracting the mixed number 3 2/3 minus 1 1/3. And we're going to use the diagram to help represent it. So I'm going to take 1 whole, 2 wholes, 3 wholes, and 2/3. And I'm going to take away 1 whole and 1/3. Therefore, I'm left with 2 wholes and 1/3. You could have done it a different way, but that just made sense to me. So our answer is 2 and 1/3. Question number 2 asks us to draw and label perpendicular line segments. So remember, perpendicular is the opposite of parallel. If lines are perpendicular, then they cross, and they cross very specifically at a right angle, a 90-degree angle. And we know these are line segments because they end in points. So here I have my perpendicular line segments. Question number 3, identify the shape. This is a rectangle. You also could have put that it was a quadrilateral. Question number 4. Celia needs 275 balloons for her mother's surprise party. So I'm going to highlight 275 balloons. The balloons only come in packs of 2. How many packs of balloons will she need to buy? So for this problem, I realize that I need to take 275 and split it into 2 equal groups. So I think I'm going to use long division to help me solve this problem. So I'm going to divide 275 by 2. Remember, long division, D, M, S, B. 2 goes into 2 ones. I multiply 1 times 2 is 2. I subtract 2 minus 2 is 0. I bring down the next number. Then I divide again. 2 goes into 7 3 times. I multiply 3 times 2 is 6. I subtract 7 minus 6 is 1. I bring down the 5. Then I divide again. 2 goes into 15 7 times. Multiply 7 times 2 is 14. I subtract 15 minus 14 is 1. I have nothing left to bring down, so this 1 becomes my remainder. Now I'm thinking about this problem, and she wanted to know how many packs of balloons to buy. So if she bought 137 packs of balloons, she would have let's double check that, 137 balloons times 2 isn't going to be enough. 137 packs would only give her 274 balloons, but the problem says she needs 275. That would be this extra remainder that we have. So she needs 1 more in order to have enough balloons for her mother's party. So she's going to actually need 138 packs of balloons, and then she'll have 1 balloon extra. But it's better to have 1 extra than to be 1 short. So the answer to this problem is 138 packs of balloons. Question number 5 asks us to solve 1/3 times 7 and to shade in to represent our answer. So I'm going to shade in 1/3 7 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So our answer, we have 2 wholes. So the whole number 2. We have 1/3, so 2 and 1/3. On to page 2. Solve and shade in to represent. So we're finding equivalent fractions. If we have 1/3, what fraction is equivalent to that has a denominator of 6? So I'm just going to shade in the same amount in both of these representations, and I can see that 2/6 is equal to 1/3. Question number 2 has us adding 1/3 plus 1/3. So I'm just going to shade in on my fraction bar, and the answer that I see shaded in is 2/3. And last but not least, we are multiplying 6 times 149. As always, you can use the lattice multiplication method, or you can use the traditional multiplication method. I'll show you both. 149 times 6, multiply 6 times 9, 6 times 4 is 24, plus the 5 that I carried is 29, and 6 times 1 is 6, plus 2 is 8. I got 894. If I had done lattice multiplication, I would have only drawn a rectangle. Nine times 6 is 54. 4 times 6 is 24. 1 times 6 is 6. I add each of my diagonals, so I have 4, 9, 8. So I got the answer 894 both ways. As always, reach out if you have any questions, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day.